Alright everybody, welcome to another jungle season. We're actually almost wrapped up with the replays from September at this point. I've just got a bunch of fog games really to do at this point. But for now, we have Maps, aka Marcomapps, playing as Pink Valder on jungle season against Skyro playing as Koji. And I am curious how this is going to go. Like, this map, you can kind of see anybody beat anybody really. And we're seeing both swords go aggressively to the front here. Makes sense, that is generally the typical opening. And yeah, third sword goes to the back. Gonna knock this village down. And something interesting I've noticed about jungle season as opposed to open is the frog. You just let it do the gate itself. Like, you don't really need the frog pull that much. It's not an amazing combat unit. It's actually okay. It is surprisingly strong, given how like little you ever see frogs do direct fighting, but the frog actually has like a bunch of nice matchups.
Return to dust.
That said, I don't think we're going to see too much like frog on unit action here. It's mostly just going to be frog pulls. Okay. Skyro, yeah, just gonna go for the 7 health village. That seems to be kind of how this is playing out in the modern era of like, people just go for this village and then they have the option of going for the central one if they want to go for that next. And then, you know, use the knight to bully this corner one. Yeah. Sword, just gonna kind of slow things down. Now, Valder has tier 1. Is, potentially going to do some good work, but you could also just say for tier 2, Valder tier 2 is a very strong option. We do see a lot of players just opting for that. And yeah, Skyro playing the very scienced out opening, where you take these villages, your commander is now in the central path, up on this side. Marco, a little bit out of position, but the delayed version isn't too bad. Ooh, I actually really like that sword crit. Really smart. Oh wow, actually just gonna hit this 9 health village with their commander. So a little bit of delayed capture on this top corner, but not too big a deal. You know, this sword can just kind of sit here and capture it at their leisure. And, oh yeah, it just suicides the sword. You don't get groove for that, but your opponent doesn't either. It's the one option you have when suiciding a unit to not give your opponent groove. And it actually does make this a little bit more vulnerable to getting killed later on. If you do manage to push back the opponent's commander, it is useful to have that be slightly lower health. Okay, what's Marco gonna do now? Just goes for another 9 health village. And Valder is an interesting commander because he isn't necessarily all about direct fighting. A lot of his game plan revolves around wanting to kind of sit back and use his groove. Like, he does benefit a lot from fighting like one-on-one, but there is a difference in certain commanders where, like, you know, Rom, you kind of want Rom to be on full health when they use their groove. There's a bunch of other commanders like I'm trying to think, like Ragda, you want to be full health when you use groove as well because it's like very unsafe. But some commanders like Koji, for example, you can kind of be a bit more passive when it comes to like when they're using their groove. Oh, I just realized this golem could potentially die. Not the safest option, and you might actually get trapped for it, especially with the frog nearby. But oh, it's so tempting. Just looking at that and thinking, you know, this could go down. Alright, Knight's just gonna go across the other side, and oh, we have a Valder tier 2. It's not quite there yet, but it will be next turn. That being said, I don't know how well Valder tier 2 is gonna hold up against 2 golems. A lot of golem. Ooh. And regular tier 1, what are we gonna see here? Knight and Harpy. Oh, it doesn't quite kill the Harpy though. It's very annoying. I imagine Skyro wants to do a bit more damage than that. And this counter attack from Marco is going to be massive. I wonder if you even just go for the strongholds. I mean, the army damage here is massive. Oh, but here we go. Big damage coming on the stronghold. Oh, 22%. All these swords have a plus 50% damage bonus right now. That being said, there isn't really many good targets for the swords. So we're not going to get to see them used just yet. Alright, and what can Skyro do here? I mean, Valder is in a very scary place. He could just walk up and kill Stronghold if he isn't damaged. The golems are available. Nice frog pull there. Gonna finish that unit off. Alright, and like, we do have the blocker coming in.
Perish.
But I don't know if that was quite worth it. There's no mage to heal Valder. But even if he did break through somehow.
Let's go, Tenko!
Yeah, I think he wanted to do more damage to the army there. Maybe he pulled the trigger a bit too quickly. And there's nothing to deal with these golems anymore. Valder really hates golems. And a lot of commanders really hate golems, but Valder especially because his groove just doesn't deal with them. And they wreck the units that he does benefit from in groove. Ooh, some nice damage coming in though. Valder, yeah, just gonna walk back and heal. Maps has their own golems now. How are these gonna do here? Oh, Frog looking a bit vulnerable to getting killed. He keeps looking vulnerable to getting killed. That is a very dead looking Valder. Night crit on road. Oh, he's on like 18%, I think. Sword gonna come in. Isn't gonna suicide. It's gonna do a lot of damage, but I think Frog pull's available. So could pull. Oh, dog comes in. Is there just no lethal here? There might not be. But I guess the other question is, does there need to be? Captures that. Frog. Oh, it was just out of position. He could have potentially pulled the knight into place. Alright. And now what happens? I mean, Valder are looking really... I'm just dead, actually. The golems are here. They're going to be able to kick Valder out. He doesn't have anywhere to go to. Okay, we're going to see a frog pull come in, though. Is that going to make any real difference? Valder... Oh, he can only run to a forest. Doesn't even groove. He could have put a sword in front of him. But no, Golem can just walk around and hit. Oh, or you finish with style. Sparrow Bomb comes in. One of these is just going to blow Valder up, and yep. There he goes. And well played. Skyro gonna take it. Maps. Just went for a big all-in on the stronghold and just didn't quite have the follow-up for it. Maybe should have gone for army damage instead, but going 2 golems without any of your own nearby is really brutal. Anyway, well played. Skyro takes the game. Koji looking very, very dangerous on this map. We've seen.